Welcome back to Beat the Recession Marketing. I'm James Carley, and you're watching pillar number 6, Offline. Now, I'm really excited because this is one of my favorite pillars, and depending on your company's business model, some of the strategies that you're going to learn can be applied to online as well. But the beauty about this pillar is how it leverages the power of all the other pillar strategies that we just learned. It's going to really help expand the ways that you can reach your ideal customer. But at this stage, we're going to utilize all the communication channels that your modern consumer is currently paying attention to. And when you position your business this way, it's going to help make your business instantly visible to your consumers' daily activities. And when you're instantly visible to their activities, this is how you're seen as relevant to the consumer. And it's just like the old saying goes, right? Out of sight, out of mind. So we want to make sure that we're maximizing the marketing channels that you're using to stay visible. And what this strategic move reveals is how the internet's social evolution is gradually merging the offline and online worlds together. I want you to step back and really think about all the modern technology that's being released lately. For the first time ever, Americans can access any kind of information that they want while they're on the go. Now, we just learned how our mobile devices act as a central hub for just about anything that we want to do nowadays, and that how they keep us connected 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, providing us access to things like the internet, social media, our emails, and even text messages. And when you really understand what this evolution means for your business, it will be a total game changer for you, because you're going to be able to create those targeted marketing messages that'll actually relate to your audience, and it won't be just speaking at them. It'll be something where you'll be instantly visible and you'll be instantly relatable, because you're providing that content, you're providing that information that your custom audience is actually looking for. And when you do this correctly, it'll start to spark your consumers in such a way that'll drive your offline consumers online and your online consumers offline in a completely natural way, which will then make relating and communicating with consumers a total breeze, because you truly understand their consumer behaviors as well as their needs. I know that sounds crazy, but I want you to take the time to understand each pillar individually. And that's why I structured each pillar like this, to create a mindset into you. I don't want you to be robotic about just to do this and just to do that. You really need to get an understanding of how the modern consumer goes about connecting with your business, so you can be effective in any kind of marketing that you choose to do. And the easiest way to do that is to think about how you do things. How do you access the internet? How do you access social media and video and emails? And how do you read your text messages? And when you look at your own behaviors, and if you realize, man, this is how I do something, there is a good chance that your ideal customer is doing it the same way you are. Now, I want to dive into a few strategies that are going to help you grow your business offline and draw engaged prospects to buy your products and your services. Now, the first element we're going to take a look at is what I call Customer Reactivator. One of the fastest ways to bring in new business and to generate that revenue is to reactivate past customers, because statistics show that it costs 5 times more to acquire a new client as compared to reactivating a previous one. So the best way to do this is called data mining. And what you want to start to do is look at all of your overall past transactions with customers, or you maybe just want to start going over anything like your old customer profiles, any old applications, any old maybe customer databases that you have. Basically anything that maybe will have an email or a mobile phone number on there, so you can start to compile them into one master list. Now, the key here is just to really dig deep. Really take your time and thoroughly go through all the materials and paperwork that you may have, so we can compile a master list. Next, after you've compiled your list of past customers, you must then create a reason why that you're going to contact them. So we're going to create some type of irresistible offer that will present such a huge value in the eyes of the customer, where they're like, you know what, I have to take action. And there's a few types of irresistible offers that will work really well. The first thing that I found that works well is a free gift. Everyone loves something free, right? But you can also do things like gas cards, credit vouchers, maybe some type of in-store credit, a coupon, really anything of high perceived value that if the shoe was on the other foot, you would think it was a good deal. And what this is going to start to do for you is going to help build that positive word of mouth in the marketplace that's going to generate positive reviews for you, because customers love to feel appreciated, and we want to simply remind them that they are. The second step is making sure that when you start this messaging campaign of contacting this list, whether you choose to do it via email or mobile, or maybe you can even do both, is that you create a benefit-driven subject line, or what's known as a headline. Now, I want you to think about when you're creating this, if you were to see a message in an email or a text messages, what would really attract you? Remember, customers were always thinking about one thing: what's in it for me? So you gotta make sure that we appeal to that concept. When you do that, it will do wonders for your open rates. The third and final step that you need to do when you're doing data mining is making sure that your messages have a very clear call to action. Now, you can do this by placing links inside of your message that says things like click here for benefit XYZ, or just you really want to just give them a reason to click that link and engage with you. But more importantly, you want to make sure that the links inside your messages go to a lead capture page or a mobile landing page so you can start to build your own list of interested and targeted buyers. Now, these are not traditional leads. When you start to get customers engaging with your content, remember, these are not normal leads because they have already at some point bought from you in the past. Now, that makes these leads 100 times more valuable, and it's really important you remember that. The second element inside pillar number 6, offline, is what I call new Customer Oasis. One of the most effective ways to get people in the door is direct mail. Now, yes, ladies and gentlemen, I said direct mail, and that's because direct mail will still work if it's used correctly. But the key is to give it a modern twist that'll really attract today's modern consumer. So what you want to do is you want to use those bright and colorful, very large design postcards. And I'm talking about the ones you've probably seen them in your mailbox before, where they're like 9 by 12 and they have to sometimes fold them just to get them into your mailbox. These are the type of postcards that a consumer won't miss. But the key to really making this work is making sure that your postcards have 4 crucial things on them. The first element that your postcard must have is it must be focused on local consumers, because we know that the average person doesn't like to drive far to go ahead and interact with your product or your service. Statistically, they don't like to go outside of a 5-mile radius. So make sure when you're targeting that you target within that area. The second element you want to make sure your postcard has is some type of special offer. And the easiest way to disclose this is through some type of benefit-driven headline. The third element you want to make sure your postcard has is some type of call to action. You could say things like text this number to receive this coupon, or visit this website, or to scan this QR code. Basically, you want to make sure that they can take some type of action, that they can instantly receive their coupon, notification, or whatever you're trying to inform them with. The fourth element you need to make sure your postcards have is your social profiles. You want to make it as easy as possible for consumers to connect with you, whether that's on Facebook or that's on Twitter, so they can just get a little bit more information about your company, maybe read some online reviews, just anything that's going to help make that buying process a lot easier. And allowing them to connect with you socially is going to help build that trust and that likability. When you design your postcards with this modern twist, it really brings your postcard to life. It makes it interactive because consumers can now interact with your flyer. They can visit your social profiles. They can share your coupon and promotion with their friends via mobile. They could share the text link. They can scan a QR code. It really makes it interactive and engaging for the consumer, which is going to help spread that positive word of mouth about your promotions. So I just want you to go ahead and give it a shot. Check out your local post office for any special programs, because they have some very cheap mailing programs for postcards in bulk. This method is very simple, it's very tried and true, but it's still effective. Just try it and you'll see. The last element in pillar number 6 offline is what I call reoccurring income delight. Now I know that sounds like a delicious dessert, but I want you to imagine being able to discover new income streams for your business. Would you be happy? Of course you would. Well, now you can. All you have to do is analyze your business and find something that you could offer consumers on a monthly basis. Here are a few steps that you can take that'll help you discover some opportunities to create some reoccurring income. The first step you can take is just sit down and start thinking about what products or services in your business that you sell the most of. The second thing you can do is I want you to think about how often do you sell that item monthly. And the third thing you can do is start thinking about how these products and services can be bundled up for a savings. Now the trick here is to think membership, where a customer could save a certain percentage off the same product or services that they're already using. It's pretty simple, but it's pretty awesome at the same time. All you have to do is determine your current customer value, and if you don't know how to do that, don't worry. Just go ahead and use the ROI calculator that I placed in the resource section for you. And then what you want to do is use that information to determine a fair membership price to charge your customers. Let's recap on what we learned about in pillar number 6, offline. The first thing we learned about is how reactivating previous customers is 5 times cheaper than acquiring new customers. This is a great way to save money on your current marketing and advertising. The second thing we learned is how using direct mail with mobile call to actions can drive foot traffic and build a list of interested prospects very fast. It's extremely interactive and an effective method to use. The last thing we learned about is how to create a new income stream for our business. This provides you a guaranteed revenue that you can count on every month without any need for further advertising or sales. Your homework in this module is to examine your current marketing plan. Identify if you have these 3 elements inside your current marketing plan. If you don't, then you need to start making some adjustments. Hopefully after this training, your brain is flooding with new ways to start implementing these tactics into your business. I'm so proud of you for making it this far. It really shows that you're committed to making a difference in your business, and you will. So get ready to learn how to bring all of what you just learned together and create an action plan for success that's recession-proof. I'll see you in the next video.